That's a little weird. For whatever reason, that one in particular doesn't cause Repper aggro. Oh, yeah? Okay. Oh, cool.
I shall be discreet.
Oh, is this the black hound? This hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. Pet the dog. The dog's tail thumps happily against the floorboards. I could use a good dog. Here, girl. The dog's ears perk up. It trots over to you and barks happily. You've gained an item. Black hound added to inventory. You're coming with us, buddy. He actually even looks like a little booker. That's cute. Where does this go? This back outside? Yeah, look at that. Cool.
Nice and quiet.
Alright. No secrets up here. I'm a dog stealer? Oh, I don't think the dog was going anywhere. I think we helped him out, if anything else.
I'll see what I can find.
Okay, so I think I'm just gonna take all the stuff in here. If this guy doesn't matter, like if he's not gonna give us a down vote or whatever, like I'm just gonna take his shit. Hey, get out of there! Yeah, nope, it's mine now. Sorry. Let's take a look here. Okay, I think it's the same thing we had as before. Let's actually give. Let's give this to you. Does your cloak have stats? No, it didn't. Okay, good. Perfect. So that's an upgrade. Do any of these helmets do anything? They don't? Huh. Huh. Okay. Cool.
I'm here. It's no trouble. Hope that helps.
A rapier. Crammed behind the books is a drawing that shows Eothas of Lord Raedric in a Eothas and Lord Raedric in a compromising position. Nice. Okay. All clear here. Then we're gonna go rent that room now. Give my ranger a fancy hat? I probably should. Whew. Oh, let's go talk to Tenfirth first. Oh. No, don't steal. Hey, buddy. Ah, it's you, my savior! He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's good to be back. Do not think that I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets. My dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. We got a recipe. Is that crafting? Oh. Whoa. Cool. Boop. Nice. Oh, we're gonna. Oh. Ooh. Nice. Okay. Let's spend the night.
Well met, friend.
Let's do the common room. That's fine. Cohh has discovered a new recipe. Am I planning on streaming Pillars 2? Oh yeah, dude. We're gonna do a full playthrough of Pillars 2. Probably 100%. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of the Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Oh, cool. Okay, so bonuses for longer rooms. Cool. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like a moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with the new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead.
Yes?
The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there's a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that is no worldly dimension. Reach out for the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with a new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have extended enough to reach her, there's a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives you a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you. Oh!
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Oh, it is both! Yes! I like your talk, yes! The way she talk is good. Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I think I survived a bivouac. Do you know why that might be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
Yes.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times.
I like her.
Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either living or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kanua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Who tricked Cohh into playing a ranger? Oh, I actually picked it myself. I hope rangers aren't too bad. I heard rangers were pretty good. Especially high end, they're really good range single target damage, and you can spec them to do a lot of other stuff, and they have the pet, which is also pretty good. So I hope it's okay. But yeah. You said souls break apart over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success.
Okay. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we're born again.
A very small few resist Rimargan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular.
Whoops.
Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted.
Loving this voice acting.
A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What is an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid.
So they can be super helpful. That's pretty cool.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
I had other questions.
Of course, dear.
But I think we're good.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
1 second. Boop. Cohh was granted Crucible of the Soul. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. Yep. Turns out I'm a witcher. Oh, I mean, watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. And I expect this has something to do with the hooded figures in the ruins, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions, he coughs, as you just demonstrated. Let's continue on.
Yes?
Travel to Cade Nua. Okay.
17 and a half.
Pardon? The smell of pipe smoke. Oh, I like this guy. Okay. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthly and sweet. Oh, there we go. Winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origins, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held in his lips, to his lips, with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye. But the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
What are you talking about? He's talking about the corpses on the trees.
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Lol, Booker. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What was that about a dwarf?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched, his smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. Never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here. There'd be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you're gonna... Oh, sorry. You think you're gonna be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints' War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella decides he's the living incarnation of Eothas. Overthrows Ridceris. Marches on Deerwood, so we gave him a Derwoodian hello. What's a Derwoodan hello?
We blew him up.
He smiles at this, but it is the smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. Who is Eothas? God of rebirth and redemption, formerly anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Radric sent men down here the other day, said they had it on good authority someone in the town was working with Cohh, plotting Radric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later. If not for plotting against Radric, then for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, and then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me.
So, after the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason, okay, because they tried to attack Deerwood. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother was on the wrong side. But his brother wasn't. His brother was on Eddar's side. That sucks. Huh.
Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Radric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
You can see why I was eager to leave, says Aloth. Who's Cohh? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking mostly. Oh, okay, that sounds good. Hold on one sec, guys. Okay, cool, great. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waidwin's legacy started with Waidwin. We can travel together. I'm headed to Caed Nua.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to
hey, welcome back, Obsidian.
With a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I've ever heard one.
All right then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Let's get going. Awesome! Alright, man. What is this guy? A warrior? We'll do some survival on him. Because why not? Cool. Oh my god. Okay, so these, I don't think I'm going to get any of these, because these are all, like, other skill abilities here. Oh, the player character is not voiced. We wanted to keep that role-playing to you. We have select narrator voiced, but not all of the pros. Every conversation dialogue is voiced. Thank you for clearing that up. I'll put that on the screen for anyone watching on YouTube. Thank you. That's exactly what we were asking earlier. I appreciate it. Okay. So we can, for our class abilities, which I think are up here, we can get bonus knockdown. Gives the fighter an additional use of knockdown per encounter. Okay, that's really good. Rapid recovery. Boost the fighter's hardiness, increasing the rate of his or her constant recovery. Okay. Okay. Offensive. Defensive. Now, I might want to... I'm planning on making Eder our tank. So... I need to think of what we're going to need to get on him to make him a good tank. Equip shield deflection bonus are increased and grant an equal bonus to the character's reflex. Okay. Get defense, sword, and shield. Oh, this one? Yeah, I'm looking at this, man. I'm looking at this. I think I'm gonna get this. Yeah, let's get this. Cool. We're gonna make this guy a super tank. Oh, another level. Perfect. More survival. Sure. Ooh, defender. The fighter increases his or her number of engagement targets to 3, but at the expense of deflection. So that would be like an AoE mode. Lots of enemies mode. Okay. Confident aim. Steadies the fighter's arm, causing a percentage of their grazes to be converted to hits. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, my face is in the way of the skill descriptions. Okay, let's pop them down here then. Disciplined barrage. The fighter intensely focuses on his or her training, significantly raising accuracy for a short amount of time. Okay. Guardian stance. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, and check it out. Lowers accuracy but increases the deflection of nearby allies. Is this applied to him too? I feel like Guardian stance is probably best for us now. What do you guys think? Yeah, this is it? Yeah, Defender's modal, so we can turn it on, off, and on. Yeah. It seems pretty good. Oh, it only helps allies. Defender is OP, people are saying. Okay, we'll grab that now. And we'll use that when we get... Okay, we'll get Defender. Appreciate the tips, chat. By the way, Pillars of Eternity buffs. I need you for this playthrough. So yeah, if you are planning on watching this, we're going to be bouncing. It's going to be bouncing between morning stream and afternoon stream over the next days. Like tomorrow, I'm actually playing this game at 8 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, if you guys ever have tips, every time I level up, I'm probably going to talk to you guys a little bit. So bring your tips, because I'll want them. All right,
I'm here.
Now, do we have any? Let's take a look at his gear. He's using a saber with a. Ooh, I don't know what any of that is. We'll wait for that. With a medium heater shield. Okay. Ooh. Oh, let's put a cape on him for sure. Put on this guy. Also a hat. Let's give him a good hat. Ah, yes, that's my Eder. Nope, better hat. Yes! All right, so we're done with that forever. Let's take a look. It's a DR7 recovery speed minus... Oh! Whoa. Revive with 30 endurance? Damn, okay, we're going to keep the Saints War Armor. Okay. Good.
I'm here.
Save it. Great! Should we go get that bear? I kind of want to go get that bear. Let's go get that bear. I want to see if we can do better against the bear. Chat, this is happening. This is happening right now. I'm coming for you, bear bro! We're still going to die, for the record. What difficulty are we on? We are on hard. Also, what's up, Pork Chop Express? And good to see you, Wild. How are you guys doing? Good to see both of you.
Laying low.
Hey, the dude.